Okay, I'm Nina.
And I'm Samaje.
And welcome to Buddha Chains and BBLs, a podcast about quite literally anything. And welcome to the first episode. So for our set list, for the first segment, we're just going to be talking about childhood shows. This nigga lied to me and told me that he's never watched iCarly. But
I watched it 3 times.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on how our iCarly ended? Because I don't remember how it ended.
Well, I remember how the original show ended, but I do remember how the reboot ended. And I remember the reboot ended. Yeah, they made a reboot.
You watched it?
Yeah, it did fairly well.
Really?
Yeah, it did fairly well. Especially going off the original. It was literally just like iCarly, but just a little bit older. But the reboot ended terribly. Because they canceled it right when they was finna reveal who Carly's mom was. Yeah.
Dang. Okay. The actual show iCarly though,
I don't remember how it ended.
I remember. All I remember was, weren't they fighting over Freddie? Which was weird.
Mr. Bitches.
Which was weird because they did not like Freddie for the longest. What show was like that? They didn't like the nigga until towards the end. Of course you have the 2 pretty girls and they have a nerd nigga, and then nobody likes him until it was Ant Farm.
That is right.
When Olive was dating what's that nigga's name? Fletcher. Yeah. Nobody liked that nigga until the last season for some reason.
Yeah, that's always early too.
Yeah. Why am I thinking about that one episode from Girl Meets World when Farkle found out he had autism or some shit? They were like,
no, because they made that shit like it was a disease.
They're like, no, you don't.
They want to see if I have autism. You don't. Let's go tell them you don't.
Exactly. They were trying to fucking invalidate his experience as well.
Yeah.
And also make it seem like it was that show was really something.
I hated that show.
Bro, it was really something. The only part I liked of that show was Sabrina Carpenter. And I only watched it because I enjoyed the fuck out of Boy Meets World. I watched the whole thing when I was younger. And I love that shit. So I was thinking, you know what? I think Corey a little older now. Topanga older now, Hopefully this a pass the torch moment. But man, that shit was terrible. Bro, all the topics was fucking terrible. It was so over dramatic. But whenever I watched it, I would think of being the other kids in that class, just seeing these problems play out. And the one main thing that pops up to me is the one episode when she got a bad grade, and then she stood up. She was like, "No, I'm a failure."
You failed me. You think I'm a failure. There's nothing more for you to teach me.
Go.
Nigga, have some urgency. Why do you keep letting these fucking kids disrespect your learning environment, bro?
And I was just thinking, if I'm a student in this class, okay.
I'm nigga, sit down.
Exactly.
For once, I want to learn, nigga, because bro,
they never learn shit.
It's the same fucking 4 or 5 students talking in that one class, and they're just always hanging out with the fucking teacher, and it's shut up, bro.
No. You know what's another thing that I remember from that fucking show?
What?
What's his name? The black guy.
The black guy.
You don't remember? It was one black guy. I swear. It was the only black guy. I think his name was Isaiah.
Oh, I feel I do remember.
Yeah. But bro said basically when he came from Texas and then had said why Lucas fucking left Texas, and all it was because the nigga was fighting.
Yeah.
And they made that shit such a big deal.
They made it seem like that nigga did a lynch somebody or some shit.
Exactly. This nigga called a homie or something, bro. And I'll never forget, bro, when what's the nigga name? The fucking Italian bully, bro, that had the fucking leather jacket. Man. And Lucas had pushed this nigga against the locker. And then Maya came out the room. She's like, Lucas, no, this isn't you. Or something along them lines. And I'm like, nigga, a fight?
Nigga,
and y'all in middle school too. This a regular place to fight at.
Nigga, we want to see this fight.
Exactly. Because I remember when he held him against the fucking locker, he was like, it's no sense in pulling away. I got the strength of an ox.
Except I got both your wrists and I'm as strong as a horse. I don't even work at it, I just am.
And I'm like, nigga, sound corny as fuck.
No sense. No, alright, I'm trying to think of one scene that I hated from the show. specifically, but it was like I just hate the whole show like as a whole. So when I was younger, I used to go to my cousin's house like every weekend or something, and they were vegans. That's like the only way I could describe them. They were all vegan.
So they're sick in my head.
So they were all vegan, and my older cousin who lived there, she was obsessed with Girl Meets World, right? So she loved that show, so she would always put it on, and me and my 7-year-old head, she thought it was so funny. But I'm like, this show is not funny, it's weird. Okay, it was the one episode, you know, she had a crush on the main Texas nigga.
Lucas?
Yeah, and basically a girl like was flirting with him, and she like made it a whole big deal, and the teacher didn't let her come to class. The teacher, who's her dad, like she didn't have to go to class because she had a crush, but she couldn't stand being in the same room as this nigga.
Oh, can we talk about something nice? Can we talk about how like back in 2020 that nigga got leaked for fucking?
Yes, I
Oh,
saw
never
that.
forget that shit, bro.
What happened?
He got
Oh my
leaked for
God.
fucking.
Bro, what happened?
And then he was like freaked out too, bro.
Like,
I think, bro, if I remember the video correctly, if this is the right nigga, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, bro, nigga was heating up like fucking coconut oil, pouring it over the girl and shit. Like, nigga, why is this so sensual
and they were
and
like,
kinda cinematic?
people were calling that shit Boy Meets Girl.
Exactly.
that's
Bro.
actually funny. I'm not gonna
Like, that was like the main highlight of that show post ending.
Boy Meets Girl.
Exactly. This nigga just being freaked out on the internet.
I never watched Boy Meets World, but I do. Like,
Bro, Boy
I saw
Meets
clips.
World.
My sisters
Boy
would
Meets
watch it,
World was great.
and that shit looked good.
That shit was great.
Girl Meets World did not live up to the hype. I'm
Without
sorry.
a doubt, like, if you were to watch Boy Meets World, like the best moments of that shit, then went to the show, you would be severely disappointed.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but the lack of laugh track in that show made it
Which
so
is
awkward.
extremely ironic considering it's Disney and they fucking love the overusage of laugh tracks in the most subtle spots.
But you know why I think they did that? Because they wanted to like sell like, oh, like we're talking about serious topics here and shit. So they were like, oh, we don't have to put laugh tracks. But it made it more awkward.
No.
It was,
I'll be right back, sir.
Lucas?
I'm okay, sir.
Lucas!
I'm okay, sir. If I manage to not come back expelled, then you have all changed me.
Dad?
Hey, it's post-edit Nina here, and we're showing you this clip to show how awkward and silent this clip is. But can we talk about the fact the fucking teacher and the two girls, Maya and Riley, went out to go witness this shit? Nigga, that's unprofessional as fuck. I don't care if you're trusting this nigga. Let's see if he grew as a person. No, nigga. Call the fucking staff to come break up this fight. There's most likely going to be a fight in the hallway, nigga. What are you doing? And he just left the class there just to sit there and be like, well, damn, there goes Mr. Corey walking out with his two favorite students once again. Weird.
Because at the expense of laugh tracks, they had them like fucking, ooh, like, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know how to explain it, but that fucking one sound effect with like something bad happened. Like,
I know what you're talking. I know it's in my head
Bro.
right now.
like literally, that was like the replacement of the laugh tracks because they used to spam the fuck out of that shit. Like you just hear, ooh, then they'd cut it to commercial break.
Do you remember the episode when the lady who owned like the donut or pastry shop, she died, and Riley was at her funeral and she made it all about her, like her speech. Like she was just talking about her and her friends. Bitch, nobody cares.
Bro.
This lady just passed. Why are you talking about you and your middle school
Nah,
friends?
she's really like a fucking narcissist, like a real deal.
Yeah.
Like nigga, she used to be stopping the lectures in class.
They
Mind you,
all did, bro.
she was like what, a 6th grader?
Like, but my thing is like, nigga, if you're her dad, nigga, you should be on her more. Like, you should be like,
Honestly.
bitch, don't be doing this in class.
Exactly, like, nigga, you embarrassing me at my fucking job?
Yeah, like, don't.
Like, come on. I don't want to place my fucking job, nigga.
There has to be an episode where like her dad almost loses his job and they make it like a big deal and they go to the principal and they're like, you can't do this. And the principal's like, nigga, this is my job. I can do
The
whatever I
principal was
want.
the guy from Boy Meets World. He was the same principal from Boy Meets World. Great guy.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't lie. The best parts of that show though was Augie and Ava.
Really?
Those are the best parts of that show. And Augie is his son, and Ava is like the next door neighbor and shit. I don't know why. It was just like comedy. Like, they were actually a good part of that show. Mm-hmm. It was just like two like fucking 7-year-olds, and they just like go on these like random ass tangents.
I remember this shows how dramatic they were. It was an episode where Augie didn't want to play with his stuffed animal anymore. And when I tell you the parents acted like this nigga just came out as like a furry or like...
Bro, it's like this nigga was growing up and they just thought that shit was the end of the world.
They were like, no, Augie,
like, no,
we need to
play. It's like, you're not our little Augie anymore. Nigga.
Like, no
the nigga
shit.
was like 7, turning 8.
Like, nigga.
Are you surprised?
That nigga...
Like, bro, it was like regular shit.
Like, they were making that shit such a big deal. Like, they were like,
exactly.
The world was ending, bro, when that nigga did not want to play with his stuffed animal anymore.
Like, they were literally making like everyday situations just like the pinnacle of fucking life.
I doubt they talked about this, but if it was an episode where Riley started her period, bro, that shit would have been so dramatic. You can't watch it seriously.
I don't even think I could hate watch it. Like, that shit's chilling. Like, compared to the source material, you really like it. Bro, that shit gets painful to watch.
I tried to hate watch it, and I was like, the show is so fucking ass. It's so boring. It's not even funny. It wasn't even that like quirky weird kids. It was just like the quirky, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like,
we're being so serious. If this was like a realistic TV show, the niggas would have gotten bullied hard as fuck.
They were like, nigga, stop making this class about you.
Like,
fuck.
they were like, what, 6th graders? 7th and 8th graders wouldn't be bullying niggas. Probably myself included if I was in middle school at that time. Because it's like, you niggas are extremely overdramatic. Like, they was the type who'd be like, 5th grade graduation, they're like, we have to always remember to remain in touch. And even though we're not going to the same middle school, just know that we'll always have each other forever. Like, they just seem like,
you never talk to them again, bro.
And just fucking never hear from them again. I'm like, fucking 5th grade graduation, they were just extremely gassing the fuck out of everything. Man,
I feel like the only thing that stopped them from not getting bullied was because Riley's dad worked at the school. Nobody's about to fuck with you if your dad works there. Yeah, but if Riley's dad didn't work there, bro, we're getting on your head. We have to get on that.
Exactly.
Just sorry. Let's get on that.
Can we pivot to the show Camp Kikiwaka, or was it called Bunked?
Bunked. I never really watched that show. I never really cared for it because I was a Jessie girl.
Exactly. Jessie wasn't so fucking. Jessie low-key had its moments too. Jessie had its moments too. For instance, when they went to Texas and was surprised that Jessie quit after they was putting her through fucking hell that whole trip. Man. Mind you, these niggas got in a ATV and blew something up.
It must be this R button.
Like, the thing is, they caused like fucking $10,000 worth of property
not
damage.
Not even 10,000. That shit was on a what? Wasn't it on a military base?
Yeah.
That shit was in the millions.
My only thing was, they were lucky they're rich.
Without a doubt.
If they were rich, bro,
without a doubt.
Yeah, I would have been quit.
Like, nigga.
And I'm not coming back.
If your mom and dad's wasn't funding my pockets, nigga, the way would have been so fed up. You literally blew something up at my dad's wedding? Like, come on. Out of all places, my fucking father's wedding when I'm trying to make a good impression. Like, what?
Like, no.
The nigga was already, like, mad and shit. Like, she left to New York City.
Yeah.
To, like, pursue acting and do this shit. But now, these badass rich kids, spoiled as shit, entitled as fuck, just used in a military ATV to blow through a fucking wall.
That is crazy, bro.
It's like sentence itself just sounds fucking crazy.
That was so crazy.
Like, Jessie had its moments too. Them kids was entitled as fuck. What had more high points, I'll tell you.
Like, it was like a party every day. It had
creepy Connie episodes.
Bro.
Shits were gas after gas after gas. That shit was fire. How this was happening, how this like 13-year-old girl who's been to juvie multiple times is steady breaking into y'all building, I don't understand. But them episodes were fucking fire every time. Then when G. Hanilius from Dogwood a Blog guest starred too, that shit was fire.
I loved the Austin and Ally crossover when they were at Times Square.
Oh yeah, I do.
They were at Times Square. Then, what's her name?
Niggas know how I feel about Ross Lynch.
Niggas knew that Disney Channel was his. That nigga had bills to pay, and them bitches got paid 10 times over.
Who?
Ross Lynch. He is eating this shit. He is feeling this shit. This is real music, bro. They ain't making shit like this no more.
Man, don't get him started.
Niggas know how I feel about Ross Lynch.
Don't get him started.
Ross Lynch carried Disney for like 6-7 years.
But I hated how that nigga ended up with Ally in the end. I didn't like it.
I mean,
but for some reason, I did like when he was like dating the black girl. I liked that.
Allie was annoying as fuck.
She was annoying.
I remember a bit about that whole stage fright shit. That shit used to annoy the fuck out of me. Cause like, bro, this nigga taking you up out the trenches, basically. Not the trenches. She worked in a music store that her parents owned. Yeah. That woman was very fair off. I'm talking about the fact that this nigga is taking you on tour with you, giving you opportunities to like sing and shit, probably sign a deal and all that, and you just, oh my stage fright, it won't let me. Bitch, if you don't muscle up, like what the fuck?
Like, girl, do you want that money or not?
Exactly, bro. I'd be mad as fuck if I was her parents. I think they were just cool and that's just like, you know, we get it, Allie. No, nigga. The fuck? I'm finna Joe Jackson your shit. The fuck? Get on that fucking stage. Nigga taking you on tour. So nigga probably, oh, shit. If Austin co-signing her, she must got the goods. And you over here, my stage fright won't let me. Nigga, you missing out on money.
Bro, let's talk about how Ali sabotaged and she home-wrecked his relationship when he was dating that black girl. Let's clock that.
Oh,
the black girl that has stinky breath?
Hey, she's got one flaw. Her breath reeks.
I'm sure it's not that bad. Okay, Kira, our first scene's gonna be on the Ferris wheel.
Ooh, how exciting!
Oh yeah, I do remember.
He was dating her after she stopped eating that pizza or whatever. That is really fucked up, bro. That whole situation. He didn't even want to kiss her, so they were like separate, like hamster balls, and they kissed. Her breath couldn't have been that bad from eating pizza. It couldn't have been that.
They was in the anchovy special.
She said, I think she was eating like garlic anchovy pizza or some shit. Her dad never noticed because he lost his like smell. That's must
such
suck.
a crazy storyline. I know they house went crazy as fuck, man. Like he probably was just constantly bringing that shit too. Like, oh, I got your fave. Not knowing this shit is killing nostrils.
Man, there was like one boy I knew in middle school. That nigga, I think he had a rotting tooth though, or he had like a few cavities, but that nigga's breath, I was like,
I'll never forget, bro. When I was in 6th grade, there was this nigga named William, and he had a little brother. I forgot what his name was, but his little brother had all silver caps, like up and down, all throughout his teeth.
Yeah, a few baby.
And that little nigga was bad as fuck. And like nigga, what they say about kids with silver caps is fully true. That nigga was bad as fuck.
Man, were you ever like scared of the dentist and stuff?
No, I was never scared of anything. The only thing I was scared of for a while was needles, but eventually I learned how to get over it. Mm-hmm. The only thing I was scared of growing up was clowns. Like,
really?
I was fucking petrified of clowns. And especially when 2016 came around. I was standing my ass in the house.
That shit was scary.
Bro, I used to be standing my ass in the fucking house. I was scared as fuck to outside during that time.
Bro, man, that was such a crazy phenomenon, bro. And I remember we were talking about it in class. My teacher, he got so like frustrated that we were talking about clowns. He like restricted that word. So if we said clowns, we would get in trouble.
Bro, that shit scared the fuck. I remember it.
I think he was scared of clowns, not gonna lie.
Then I'll never forget, bro. I don't know if it's 2016, but it's like the same time one of the Purge movies came out, and they had a clown mask in that bitch, bro. I used to be so scared at night. I'd make sure everything in the fucking house was locked. And bro, 11, 10 around or something, bro, I was fucking petrified. Cause I'm like small as fuck. Nigga, I'm skinny as fuck. And I know it's no guns in this house. So I'm like, if this bitch get broken into, we're finished.
Bro, the 2016 was actually fucking crazy, bro. You had like Rice Gum at its peak. Yeah, you had the Killer Clowns. You had 13 Reasons Why.
I hated that shit.
That first season, that shit was good. It wasn't critically acclaimed good, but it was like, that shit had me on my toes. The second season, I was like, okay, we don't really need this, but it's cool. Third season, what the fuck? They're trying to justify Bryce being a rapist because he got killed. Like, nigga, I don't feel bad. And then season 4, they justified another because he was gay. Like, nigga, what?
2016 was really the only year where niggas made suicide corny. You had Logic, 1-800.
When my nigga daddy impregnated my cracker mom.
Kill yourself, whatever it was called. Like, bro.
1-800 kill yourself.
You had like fucking 13 Reasons Why. Like, bro. Then you had, for me personally, my school, you had a bunch of people doing self-harm as a trend.
Yeah.
Like that ass. Niggas was showing up every other week with self-harm on their arms. I remember one girl started it, then everybody started buying her flow.
It was really a trend?
I swear to you, it was a trend in my school.
That's crazy.
Like, bro, 2016 was the only year where niggas really made like suicide and self-harm corny as fuck. And I remember I was depressed as fuck at that time. And bro, then Logic dropped that song. I was like, nigga, you're corny as fuck.
I don't wanna be alive.
Exactly, nigga. I'm like, now I gotta stay alive out of spite of you, nigga.
I will never let Logic outlive me.
Exactly,
So,
like, bro. It's like, nigga, now I have to stay alive.
I refuse to let Logic outlive me.
And bro, I kid you not, that shit was definitely like a fucking plague. And I remember all these niggas used to talk about was 13 Reasons Why. Like, and they would just fucking self-harm every week.
I remember when 13 Reasons Why came out, they sent like everybody paper to take home, and it was basically like, we've heard this new show called 13 Reasons Why depicts very graphic topics, and we just want to make sure your students are okay. It was like basically like a warning to all the parents saying like, there's a new show coming out that's just crazy.
And I will never forget that year, or like the year after, in elementary school, because I was in elementary school till 6th grade. After like this whole thing going on, niggas was smuggling, me included. I was one of the distributors. We started selling Kool-Aid packets like crack. And we got in trouble before the niggas bringing razors to school and self-harming, dude. I kid you not. We just like fucking have like, it was like these little bags of Kool-Aid. Like we'd sell them either for like, cause my school, there was the Cougars. So like we'd sell them for like some Cougar bucks, cause you can use at the student store. You get you like some snacks and shit. What's they called? Like Tachis? We used to sell them for like Tachis, which is like these little things you can like throw on the ground and flip them. Yeah, there's like these little like square things and you can like throw them on the ground and flip them.
Insert picture.
Yeah, put a picture right here of them. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that shit used to go hard, bro. I remember when bro. It was like these little square shits. It was kind of like Pokemon, but not really. You had to like try to flip some shit to like get another niggas. And I never forget when I first got mine, I was on the playground the next day flipping shit. And I was trying to build up a stack. I remember I had like a whole backpack full. I used to be robbing niggas for their shit too. Going in a backpack, stealing they Tachis. Niggas would drop one on the floor. I'm picking that shit up. Had to add to my collection. I remember I had a golden one. I had a blue one. Like, nigga, bro, that shit was a good time.
Niggas, we're really in trouble for selling snacks at school.
Exactly.
The thing is, we get in trouble for that because the school wants to make money off of it, and they're like, we don't want nobody competing. I remember it was one nigga who got away with it.
Our last 2 years at elementary, everybody was a fucking gambler.
Really?
Like, they used to gamble anything, bro.
Oh, yeah. In middle school, they started gambling, like, the dice and shit.
No, I'm not talking about dice. I'm talking about, like, anything. It was basically, like, trading stuff. But you would really gamble anything. I will never forget. I gambled a nigga for an ice cream in a basketball game. I did ask telling him, I hit this half-court shot. You buy me an ice cream. Lo and behold, I did. And that nigga did it. Like, you was really, like, just putting up bets for anything. Mm-hmm. And niggas was very willing to do them.
Okay, so for segment 2, we're going to talk about Black Twitter / Stan Twitter. I can go on and on about this shit.
Damn right.
Black Twitter, first of all, we're gonna talk about this one post. We might have to censor some things. Censor everything, to be honest.
Basically, the post was, this woman was a esthetician, which I'm pretty sure is those people that like wax private parts and whatnot. And she had her 6-year-old daughter waxing those private parts for her, talking about some, oh, y'all talking about passing y'all business on to y'all kids while I'm teaching her the business and passing it on. Nigga, you deserve to be on a list.
Man,
you have your 6-year-old child waxing grown ass women's scooters, and you just standing here and she just sitting there on the table letting it happen. Everybody involved needs to be put on a registry.
The caption says, when I say I'm passing down deeds and LLCs to my creations, I mean that. Miss Loey did her thing today. She literally helped me wax 24 clients. 24 different
24
clients.
women let a 6-year-old wax their fucking vagina. Let's get so serious here. All 24 need to be jailed.
How old? She said 7?
She's 6 or 7. The girl's not older than 10. Let alone not even close to being legal.
It's like, I mean, it is bad. Like,
there's no justifying this.
If she was like 17, I'm like, yeah, but even that's crazy.
Exactly,
like,
she's still a minor.
She's still a minor. But 7, bro? 6 years old? 7 years old?
Nigga, you just started school. You start school at 5 years old. Maybe a little earlier. You just started school. You ain't even in times tables yet. Why the fuck are you learning to wax vaginas?
Like, girl, if you're waxing eyebrows or mustache or some shit, that makes sense. But
That's
the
reasonable.
pussies, bro.
And even then, if you are a grown ass woman, what in your right mind is telling you, you know what? I'm gonna let this 6-year-old wax my coochie. Like, what?
Like,
bro, it makes no sense.
That is crazy, bro. Like,
Then, like, the thing with fucking Black Twitter, you really be having, like, bird brains trying to justify this shit. Yeah. Like, they will try to justify the most stupidest shit. First of all, that situation, fucking stupid. Y'all niggas talking about some, well, there's no better learning than first-hand experience. Not in this field. Should not be something you should be learning at 6 years old. For my next example, this was so stupid. This really shows the downfall in the downward trajectory our community is going as a whole. So, seeing a Valentine's post, right? It was a girl. You know how there's communities, right? There's the girl talk community. There's the bad nigga community, right? Mm-hmm. So, in the girl talk community, girl posted her Valentine's Day gift, right? Mm-hmm. She was like, cousins, should I break up with him? He got me this. And it was like a little goodie basket, right? And then, like, even JT from City Girls quoted saying, girl, yes. So you would think this nigga done got her to the worst of the worst shit, right? Like, just absolutely nothing. You wanna know what she got him?
What?
The exact same shit.
Really?
I mean the exact same shit. The exact same shit. And niggas in the comments talking some, girl, you need to leave him. You got JT calling this shit saying, girl, yes, leave him. You got that nigga the exact same thing. If anything, you niggas are on equal footing. You need to leave each other. Like, what? Please insert that tweet right here. Fucking his basket and her basket. Then fucking JT stupid ass quoting it.
She's been doing a lot lately, but that's gonna go into Stan Twitter. We're gonna touch that, like JT and Stan Twitter. But
Black Twitter. I've been on Twitter for a very long time. I've been on Twitter since I was like 12 years old, maybe younger. I shouldn't have, but I was. The shit I have seen, just on Twitter in general, is crazy. But Black Twitter is worse. All you see every day is fucking hypothetical questions and shit that no one ever asked before. Do y'all think a 18-year-old should be making $100K a year fresh out of high school? Nigga, it's not realistic. Especially in the world we live in. Like, it's just dumb shit after dumb shit after dumb shit. Please, here, and here. Please insert 4 of the stupidest hypothetical questions asked on Black Twitter. Please, so you can see where I'm coming from. That shit gets stupider day by day. And it's so hard to look in it and think that we're going to progress as a people. Because if I was white looking into these communities and these hypothetical questions, I would make myself racist. I mean, I would fully understand why people are racist towards black people. And I'm not a coon by any means. But if you see...
I just seen that previous clip. To give context as to why my hair was straightened, it was uneven and I had straightened it to trim it and cut off split ends. I am not a coon. This woman tried to set me up. That is the only reason my hair was straightened like that. As you can see, what fucking coon has dreads? Let's get serious.
They took all that shit from Twitter. I think I saw a post, a Valentine's Day post, and it was like a girl. She was mad at this nigga because he was like trying to like do something for her tomorrow, like you want to go to the spa or something. She's like, no, I'm not doing shit because you didn't ask me to be.
Thank you. That is so stupid, nigga. If we are dating for a very long time, it should be insinuated that you are my Valentine's. That's like me asking. We have been dating for 2 years. It is 12/15.
Oh.
February 18th.
It's our anniversary.
Happy anniversary. We have been dating for 2 years officially. Do you think I'm going to ask her to be my Valentine's when we've been dating for 2 years? Nigga, it is fully insinuated I am. Like, who else will it be? Let's just use our minds here. Why am I asking you to be my Valentine? We've been together for 2 fucking years. Bro, if we was in a talking stage, and it's like 3 weeks into the talking stage, I would understand. It's like, okay, nothing really official yet. We just vibing out, getting a feel for each other. But nigga, if we're solidified, why the fuck am I asking? Like, it makes no sense.
Right? He said, I'm gonna take you to the spa, bro.
Exactly. Like, this nigga's doing shit too. Like, this nigga ain't just, oh, what you want for Valentine's Day? Blah, blah, blah. Let me slide. This nigga's literally trying to take you out and cater to you. Why the fuck are you worried about if he's asked or not?
I feel like lots of people, though, they don't even want to be asked. They want, like, a grand, like...
Exactly.
The thing is, you only see that stuff on Twitter. So it's like, if you're always on the internet, you're gonna expect that stuff.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
When, I forgot what company it was. I think maybe like Louis V or something. But they came out and said that a lot of niggas just come in and buy bags from them. Not even like actual clothing or shit, but just the bags. And it just be so niggas can like post on whatever like social media that, oh, nigga, I'm buying Louis V. You see the bag, blah, blah, blah. Never open the bag. Just want niggas to think you got Louis V. Whole time, it's just a fucking bag.
I thought you were talking about like the purses and shit.
No,
just
as in the bag.
That's crazy.
Like the bag the shit comes in, that bag, and they're just posting saying, oh, just hit Louis V. Yada, yada, yada. Nigga, no.
I wonder how much those bags cost.
I'm not talking about purses or like Birkin bags. I am talking about like the bag should come as like a Macy bag type.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Niggas really will go into Louis V and just buy the bag. If you don't got the funds, stay out them people's store. Like, that's my thing. If you don't got the funds, get out them people's store. If you know you don't got the funds, don't even fucking sniff the shit. Nigga, if you cannot buy that shit 2 to 3 times over, you should not be buying it in the first place. That reminds me of like the whole PP loan shit. It's like, bro, you niggas up right now eating out these like crab dinners, steakhouse dinners, hitting Ruth's Chris and all this shit, buying all this designer, all this and this. Nigga, that's because the government thinks you had a business that is being affected by this pandemic. You still live at your mother's house, which is not wrong in this economy, because it's fucking terrible. Around this time period, 2020, nigga, why are you flexing this? When you still asking your mama, can you take her fucking car out to go buy these items? Your mama's still in the trenches. What the fuck are you doing? You worry about the wrong shit.
Oh, bad. Bro. Okay, moving on to Stan Twitter. So we all know what happened with Megan's Law, Nicki Minaj.
We really need to talk about the whole scope. Stan Twitter itself is a plague. If you have a Stan account, you need to get a lobotomy. Your brain needs to be turned into mush. These people don't know you. They don't know you by your first name. They don't know your face. They don't know you. It's no reason for you to be writing these hard for these people. Is this putting money in your pockets? Now with Twitter Blue, potentially. But these niggas been doing this shit in the trenches since like forever ago. So, short answer, no it's not. You doing this shit for the love of the game. This does not bring you anything.
I literally saw a girl who's in nursing school get exposed for doxing people for Nicki Minaj.
Exactly.
And she was crying and shit on her Twitter space like, oh, I didn't want to go this far. People were in her Twitter space like, telling her, girl, do you think that you're gonna have a future in nursing with them knowing that you are the girl who was doxing people over Nicki Minaj, a woman who does not know you exist? Like,
and my thing with that, let's say you are a nurse in nursing school, you become a registered nurse, you're still a loser on Stan Twitter. My thing is, if you like a Nicki stan and find out your patient fuck with Meg Thee Stallion, you finna like deny your treatment or something, nigga?
Are you gonna fucking like
you just
sabotage her medicine?
This bitch, she don't fuck with the queen.
I saw a nigga threaten to shoot Megan Thee Stallion.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Stay out of girls' business. You're gay.
That's what they were saying. They were like, it's a plague of specifically, mainly white gay men who are attacking black women for Nicki Minaj.
As black women.
Cosplaying as black women and attacking black women for Nicki Minaj. And I know this one page, all you do is post Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and Lotto. 3 people who Nicki Minaj has beef with. Bitch, you post them more than your queen. Like, nigga, Nicki Minaj will not like this. I mean, she probably would because you're hating on them. But, nigga, why do you have full 4-minute videos, hundreds of pictures of your ops in your camera roll? Like, who does that? You might have a few bleeders, but it's like, nigga, who's filling up their camera roll of pictures of Cardi B? If you hate that girl, like, come on, man.
That just reminded me of, like, something I seen on Stan Twitter back in, like, 2018. And this one, like, XXX Tentacion died. Bro, I'll never forget. I seen an Ariana Grande Stan post this. But it was, like, Ariana Grande at so-and-so. Then it was, like, XXX at so-and-so age. And then it was a fucking cross in bones or, like, a fucking coffin. Like, them niggas are truly sick in the head. Like, they did that shit when George Floyd died. They did with all the BLM people. They are truly sick in the head.
Yeah.
Like, it's truly a disease. And there's literally a whole song about why this is terrible by He Who Shall Not Be Named. Because he makes terrible music.
Not gonna lie, okay, I know that the K-pop, like, they
Don't speak
have
too loudly.
they have their
Hey.
faults.
Hey, we don't want no problems. Don't speak too loudly.
I know the K-pop community has their like faults, but I'm not gonna lie, they ate with that whole BLM thing. Remember when people were tweeting "White Lives Matter" or "All Lives Matter"? They flooded that whole hashtag with K-pop videos. That was funny. That was funny. Bro, they ate that. They ate that up.
K-pop stands got crazy emotion.
Yeah.
Like when I say they have
them niggas
emotion,
are not racist. That's what I love about them. Them, like, majority of them niggas aren't racist. You have the few who hate on that one black K-pop idol, but majority of them niggas are like,
them niggas motion is crazy. Oh, I'm a big like NBA person, bro. And the All-Star, it's fan voting. They dead ass voted a player in before.
Really?
Just straight up. He like say he fucked with some K-pop group and they made that nigga an all-star.
That's crazy.
Like they voted him in, which is like not an easy thing to do. Cause like it's a bunch of like different votes going to each and each. But they spammed his ass and he made the all-star game.
Them niggas got motion.
Like they have crazy pool.
A Stan Twitter beef that I really want to see, bro. Every single fandom, like I'm talking like every big fandom, like Cardi fandom, Beyonce fandom, Taylor Swift fandom, and K-pop fandom against the Barbs. Like the Barbs, they're crazy and they got motion. Nobody's
ever beaten K-pop.
Like no.
K-pop Twitter is like the equivalent of fucking the U.S. military. Nobody's ever beating them. Swiftie stands are just straight up racist. I know from personal experience, they're straight up racist. They will call you a slur in a heartbeat. So I don't know how that would work. K-pop Twitter, Swiftie Twitter, the Beehive, and the Barty Gang. I don't know how well it's gonna work considering the Swifties may call the other three slurs within 2 seconds.
I remember this one guy, he did an experiment. He tweeted, "Not gonna lie guys, K-pop sucks." And when he says he lost followers, like thousands of followers in a day because he said that, like niggas were genuinely pissed at him, like sending him death threats and shit.
You want to know how crazy Stan Twitter is? What? You can literally hashtag them niggas and they will come in like a flood. Like I'll never forget, I'm on meme Twitter and shit, right? Like a bunch of meme niggas on Twitter. And they troll around and joke around sometimes. And niggas be like, man, fuck Taylor Swift. Bro, somebody in the comments will be like, hashtag Swifties, y'all seeing this? Or hashtag K-pop, y'all seeing it? And when I say within the next 16 minutes, they're coming in like a fucking flood. Talking about some, oh, there's no way you're talking about our faith. She's blah, 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 this. Or they're blah, 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 this. Yours can never. Like, bro, they come in like the fucking SWAT team. Yeah. Off of simple hashtags. It's like, do y'all be like stalking these hashtags of this swipe and refresh, swipe and refresh, swipe and refresh? Exactly. Just who said something about this? Who said something about her? Blah 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 blah. Without a doubt, it is.
I don't know how many other segments that we put down, to be honest.
Really?
No.
There's no way we went through all of them.
We went through all of them. Oh my gosh, it's 45 minutes too. It's our anniversary.
Oh. It is. We've been together 2 years. We've been together 2 years.
Yep.
2 full years.
Literally 730 days. We really like that.
Why do you know that?
Because I did my math. Let me see.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to check.
Could be.
I did my math for, you'll see the reason why I did that math. 265 times 2.
There's 200.
Oh no, 300.
Yeah,
300.
What?
Wait, no. 365 times
730.
730. So.
That just reminded me of a movie called 730.
What is it about?
I don't remember what it's about. It's like a drug. It's the same nigga. Well, it's gonna be our next topic. We're just gonna like random. The last 15 minutes to hit an hour mark are just gonna be random shit. There's a movie I watched called 730. It's the same nigga who plays a Biggie, the Notorious B.I.G. or whatever.
The Notorious.
Yeah,
oh yeah, because you can't be Biggie Smalls anymore.
And the fucking biopic, that nigga, bro. So he's in a movie called 730, and he's basically like him being like a hood nigga and shit. And the one thing I remember from this movie, bro, if we can play that scene, it's like the nigga's son finds like a stash of cocaine bricks and just starts fucking indulging in it.
What bag is this? What is this?
Oh, let me see.
No!
Just let me see.
Wait! No! Look what you did!
Shut up.
You shut up.
Yo, you hear them? These little niggas is always into something.
Shut up.
Oh my god, Paul, what the hell are y'all doing? God, oh my god, y'all don't even know what the hell y'all playing with. What the hell is wrong with you?
And the nigga's like, he's like 9. or like 11. But yeah, he finds like the cocaine bricks and just starts indulging in the shit.
So what happened to the kid when he was in the car?
He got like picked up by like fucking social services or something. Because when I say this nigga was covered in that white, was fucking covered.
Oh, myself.
Speaking of Tasha from Power. Power is so fucking hilarious, especially Ghost. Nigga deadass said, have some sympathy, Tasha. I just left the love of my life to his wife.
You actually watch Power?
I've never watched it, but I see like a bunch of clips of it, and I like know kind of the story and like what goes on. But yeah, I never watched it. I just find it extremely funny. Like Ghost is funny as fuck.
Looks like I'm wearing a wig. I'm gonna cover it up.
Is your lace lifting?
Maybe. I'm not wearing any lashes. My eyes look naked. Next episode, you have to have questions by our audience.
Yeah, this segment will be like questions. Anybody who eats egg on burgers needs to be sent to the deepest depths of hell.
No, that shit sound good. Not even
That's disgusting.
Like sunny side up egg in a sandwich.
Anything that busts in your mouth, you know what you are. You're a bottom. You know what you are. Nothing should be busting in your mouth. I don't care who you
Bursting boba?
You're a bottom.
You tried bursting boba, haven't you?
No.
Yeah.
I've never tried it. Whenever you offered to me, I remember taking it.
Because I took him to we went to Menchie's for your birthday, remember?
We did.
When we were at I took him to Universal Studios, and then we should have went to Bubblegum Shrimp. That place would have been lit. But you didn't watch the movie at the time. Oh my god, Johnny Rockets. There's a picture right there of on his birthday. But we went to Johnny Rockets.
Why was his lip hanging that low in that movie?
Yeah.
Who
was a shrimp burger?
Shrimp burger.
Shrimp sandwich.
Shrimp, anything. By the cockroach of the sea.
They're really the cockroaches of the sea. Me, after I find out they're the cockroaches of the sea.
Exactly.
Like, no, that did kind of disgust me for a little bit. No, but shrimps, literally just huge. I mean, just tiny. Like the texture is just tiny lobster tails. Like shrimp and lobster tails, the same thing, bro.
You know what is one thing that disgusted me for a while? Said about food, and it honestly because I was living in Pacoima, and bro, I forgot what it was. Like we had like maggots by our trash or some shit. And then I remember one of my uncles or cousins say, "Well, that shit kind of looked like noodles." I did not eat noodles for like a cool 2 years after that shit. That shit truly traumatized me.
Oh my gosh.
Cause bro, that shit is so, maggots are fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
And they're completely harmless, but that shit is disgusting. Roaches and maggots they are completely harmless, but they're just insanely fucking disgusting.
No, remember like it's always in the show fucking Fear Factor. They be making. I remember one episode, bro. They made niggas pick up maggots in their mouth and chew them up and spit it out in another bucket. I just think, and the maggots were big. They were like this fucking big.
Bro, Fear Factor used to be just doing anything.
Bet you though they couldn't do an episode without fucking roaches or maggots for some reason. Or like those little worms.
Mealworms.
Fucking. I remember my sister Malia, I was like 7 or something, and me and Eva were in our room at the old house, and she gave us rice and beans. It was white rice and black beans. We were eating that for dinner. She gave me a bowl of that. She said, "Here are your roaches and maggots." Ew. When I tell you I didn't eat rice and beans for like so long when she said that, I was like, I know Malia used to chase me around with boogers and shit. Like if she ever sees this, she gonna be mad. But girl, you used to be chasing me around with boogers. Like you thought I forgot? She used to be chasing me around with boogers. I used to be playing with her spit like.
This was my uncle Joshua, and they used to do that shit all the time. I was low key mad I couldn't do it. He would always flip his fucking eyelids inside out.
That was my dad. I used to be crying and shit when my dad would do that.
Like bro, I always tell that nigga, bro, get away from me, and this nigga just keep. And I'll never forget. Bro, I'll never forget. The first time that nigga used to scare me all the fucking time. Bro, the nigga like 3 years older than me. So basically like my brother and shit. I remember one time that nigga was taking a shower. And I sat right in front of that fucking shower door for like a calm 15 minutes. Waited for that nigga to come out the bathroom and said, boo, right as that nigga jumped out. And he socked me in my fucking nose. But that was the first time I scared him. That shit was extremely satisfying. I used to scare the fuck out of me all the time. He'd give me like some shit. Nigga be under the bed while I'm doing like random shit. Come to the room, nigga. Grab my fucking ankle while I hop on the bed. I start screaming and shit. First time I scared that nigga, got punched in the nose. It was worth it.
Boop. Dang, I need some tattoos, man. My arms are bare.
Oh, bro. check back in a year.
Exactly.
Both these arms gonna be fucking tatted.
Like, bro,
check back in a year.
I did that. I was like, wait, I put my arm down. That's just embarrassing, bro. Everybody's fucking tatted. In high school, everybody had tattoos.
Even that nigga Corey, bro.
Kamiko, bro, she's a freshman. She had
that
tattoos.
That's crazy. Why the fuck are you having neck tats in a high school? Let's be so for real here. Some of you niggas' parents needs to go to jail.
Yeah.
Y'all have a little too much fucking freedom. Nigga, there's no way you should have 2 full sleeves. Bro. There's no way. You should have 2 full sleeves. A neck tat. Back of the neck tat. Leg tattoos. Stomach tattoos. At fucking what? 17? 18? I know where your parents are. They're not good parents. Like, nigga, this shouldn't be a thing. And you niggas did terrible in school as well. So they're literally just letting y'all get them for the fucking hell of it.
Alright, first of all, who's tatting you?
Exactly.
You're underage. Who's tatting you? Like, I felt, and the thing is, Corey had good tattoos, but it was like, other people, I look at your tattoos and I'm like, I just know that you got that shit for free. Or it was like really cheap. And they were like practicing on you, but they didn't give a fuck that you were underage because they were practicing.
Bro, there was a genre of tattoos I am so fucking sick of. Boondocks tats. I am so fucking sick and tired of them too. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. If I see any form of that on your body, I want to you. Cause
this
the shit
too shall pass.
Like, bro, the shit is corny as fuck. You niggas be lame as fuck half the time. And are the evil. The fuck you mean you're not seeing, hearing, or speaking it? You're the evil, nigga. This shit lives with you.
The clocks, the lions, the
random
roses, clouds.
The roses.
The roses.
Like, bro.
Butterflies. I'm about to get a butterfly tatted on my lower back. So.
It goes with the clocks, the roses, the lions, all that. It sits with them.
The butterfly, it's not there yet. Like, it's starting to get, like, overplayed. But...
I can't lie. I will be getting a clock tattoo. I will be one of the basics. But my shit gonna be different. I know everybody say that, but, like, my shit really gonna hit hard.
Man, this nigga think he's so different. Like, no.
Aren't you getting a butterfly trim stem? Keep it cute.
Okay, first of all, my butterfly trim stem is gonna eat. And it's not gonna be a regular trim stem. It's gonna be like on this side.
Then that's not a trim stamp.
It's like a asymmetrical. I love asymmetrical stuff. Like, I don't like things being symmetrical.
I do. I have to have everything like within order.
You
know?
Once we hit 1 hour, then we gotta end it. You wanna end it now?
We can end it now.
Okay.
So that's the end. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. If we ever post this. I might post clips, and if people want to watch it, then I'll be like, all right.
Yeah, just like post like clip through clip, and if niggas ask enough for the full thing, then it'll be released.
Yeah.
If it does get released, thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Buddha Chains and BBLs, a name created because we're both from LA, and Buddha Chains are a big culture in LA.
For some reason.
Then the BBL part, I just find BBLs extremely hilarious. Whether they're like regular BBLs or fucked up BBLs like Summer Walkers, just because.
There's people that have good BBLs though.
Yeah, there's such things as good BBLs, but most of the time they're fucking terrible. You didn't go to Dr. Miami. You went to Mr. South Dakota. Once again, thank you for watching. I'm Samaje, she's Nina, and tune into the next episode
of Buddha Chains and BBLs.